Welcome to all our viewers and listeners of the Partnership Publishing podcast. And today we are joined by a very special guest. I'm delighted to announce we've got our debut author, Jane Keightley, here. She's the debut author of her new book, Blast Off to Planet Fun. Hi, Jane, it's great to have you here.
Hi, it's good to be here.
So, for those that can't see the book, Blast Off to Planet Fun is a really fun, educational book. It's all about beautiful Smudge, the little puppy, and his dreams when he sleeps. So for those of you that can't see, I'm going to read the blurb to you all so you can get a bit of an idea of what it's about. Relax and let me tell you of a playful pup called Smudge who lives in Hilltop Cottage in a place called Onken Trudge. His bedtimes are exciting and never what they seem, but every time Smudge goes to sleep, he has a different dream. Secure your seatbelt safely, for the journey's just begun. We're blasting through the night sky on a trip to Planet Fun. So, Jane, this has been a long time coming. It's been a big process for you. What was your inspiration behind Blast Off?
I think my pug puppy can take credit for it, actually, Mr. Pickles. He was an adorable little guy with a really quirky personality. And he used to sit on my knee and instantly start snoring even before he'd had a chance to go to sleep. And then his little legs would race and he'd make some very strange noises. And I was just really fascinated by what he was dreaming about so quickly. And I guess that's how Smudge's Adventures was born, because I just thought, you know, what is this little guy thinking of? And I wanted to write educational fiction for 3 to 7-year-olds. So then the idea developed and Blast Off to Planet Fun came along.
Yeah, so you were saying about the educational element of the story. So I'm guessing that is one factor of your aims for the book. What are your main goals for this story?
Well, it's targeted at 3 to 7-year-olds, and it's to encourage them to read and just learn in a fun and interactive way. So in the book, it teaches them about the planets and where they are in the solar system. And then there's a wrap in there that teaches them about the unique characteristics of all the planets. And then we've got 4 activity pages which they can again learn about the names of the planets and the pictures, and there's a dot to dot and there's a word search, and we're going to use those as well at events. I'm hoping to go into schools to do some work in the literacy lessons to read the story, and I've actually got it on a PowerPoint presentation. So there's an audio version that's got sound effects as well. So he's sleeping, he's snoring at the beginning, and then the rocket blast off and the firework display. So again, it's just another tool to engage them in learning. And then the wrap is really fun. So I've got that on an audio, and then there's linked in a QR code in the book to YouTube, so the children can see the words in the book and then sing along to the wrap on YouTube. Yeah.
And you have done really big things with this book. It's very different to something we've done before, because you've got the worksheets and you've got the wrap, which everyone needs to go check out. We'll have the link to everything down below. But you were mentioning about schools and events. If we have got anyone watching or listening that thinks this will be great for their children, we'd love for people to let their schools know, because you are very big on doing events. You've got a lot coming up, haven't you? Do you want to tell us a bit about them?
Well, I've got hopefully a launch next week, and then I'm going to a couple of children's farms the week after. I'm going to shopping centres and book fairs, and people have really, you know, embraced the book, and they've allowed me to go in and do signings, and we're going to run a competition that I'll give a prize for, and then we're going to have colouring crayons there, and the children can do the activity sheets, and again, it's just an addition to a day out or to a lesson in school, but it's the main aim is to teach them about the planets and help them learn in a fun and interactive way.
Yeah, and I think you've definitely done that. I mean, with your wrap, it's something we haven't seen it before. Is it on YouTube now, or is it up and coming?
It's going to be on YouTube, and then I just thought it was a new dimension, again, another tool to engage them. So each verse is about a different planet, and there's 8 lines that tell them all about the unique qualities of each one. and then I recorded it at Sign FM in Doncaster, and then just put it in the book, and it's just another way that they can learn and engage.
And it really does speak to different age levels as well. I mean, reading the rap, it's very catchy, but I think is it the end of each line is how to spell the different planets.
That's it.
Which is perfect for the younger audience that won't really remember the rest of the song. Yeah. I think it's just brilliant what you've done with it, and I can really see you reaching your aims of educating these young people. Now, you were saying about Smudge and all your worksheets that have been done by your lovely illustrator, Nicola. If you want to tell us a bit about her.
Yeah, we need to give a shout out to Nicola. I stumbled across her actually, and I'm really happy that I did, because she, the brief was to really make fun and vibrant and bold and colourful illustrations and bring the words to life, and she did that and some. She's fantastic. So yeah, I originally sent her the story, and I said, I'm not sure at the moment if I'd like it to be a pug or a French bulldog. And she did the Frenchie first and sent it through. I said, that's it. And she'd let me do a pug. I said, no, don't.
Yeah.
Because that guy, it just looks like Smudge.
That is
so
Smudge.
Yeah, I'm delighted. Now, actually, I've just finished the second book, which is Jamming in the Jungle, and sent that to her a couple of days ago. So she's super excited because she's getting on with doing the jungle animals, some of which actually feature at the back of the book.
Yeah.
Because right at the last page is where Smudge is going on an adventure next. So the children will hopefully want to buy the next book. So he's actually going for a jungle mash. And he's going to learn all about the undergrowth and the animals and insects and the chameleon and how it changes colour, and it's going to educate them about the jungle.
Yeah, and I guess that leads on to the question, what is the future for Smudge's Adventures after book 2?
There'll be book 3, and that's going to be about saving the planet and helping to reduce the carbon footprint. So I'm going to incorporate fun ways that they can help save the planet, like turning off the light switch and planting a tree and not throwing away rubbish, and things that they can do. And then in that, the meat is going to be slightly different, and it's going to be really, really punchy, and there's going to be a repetitive chorus about what they can do. You know, it's all about us, because they're the future. Exactly. And if we can get, you know, instill in them how important it is to save the planet between age 3 and 7, then they'll make a big difference going forward.
And you've got such big plans. How do you plan to achieve them? Is it through being proactive? What sort of advice would you give to people that have the same dreams as you?
Yeah, well, there's a few things I'd say, actually. I'd say, firstly, you need to have a desire to write a story and determination. Secondly, just a different idea, something that's not out there already. And then obviously an ability. So you need to have a command of the English language and an understanding of grammar. And then lots of patience, because it's an interesting journey, but it's not difficult, but sometimes it's not easy. So you need determination and patience. And then I think just to be proactive, to get it out there, to do events and to go into schools, and then also on social media to let everybody know about the book. And, you know, I hear that people say that there's a book in everyone, and I'd kind of dispute that. I'd question it, because I think maybe there's a book idea in everyone, but whether or not everybody's got, you know, what it takes to become a published author. And, you know, I've just really enjoyed the journey. So if there's anybody out there who is thinking, any budding authors who think, you know, I want to take that step, if they just make contact with me, I'm very happy to share, you know, my journey and you know, the things that have gone right and just the odd thing that's gone wrong, and to share ideas with them, and, you know, just take it from there, because I just, it was always my ambition, and now I've realised it, and I'm just delighted.
And the process hasn't been the easiest, but you've been so determined and you've had that mindset, and now you're so proactive. I think you're the best person to give advice for anyone that's maybe lacking in the confidence to start the process. And they can find you on Instagram. Is it Smudge's Adventures 6?
That's right.
And that there's many links on there, and one of them is very important, which I think we both want to share with everyone. Blast off to Planet Fun. There is a page at the back. This book has been dedicated to a young boy called Lex. if you want to tell us a bit about him, and then we can share the links for you.
Yeah, well, Max is a very close friend of mine, and she very sadly lost her 7-year-old son to neuroblastoma cancer 10 years ago. And we want to keep Lex's legacy alive. He was a wonderful boy, and we just want to remember him. So he spent the last few days at Bluebell Wood, and then the family stayed for another week, and the staff there were incredible. You know, they were really compassionate and understanding, and they were just amazing. So I wanted to dedicate the book to Lex to keep his memory alive, and to also raise awareness and raise funds for Bluebell Wood so they can continue to support other families. So there is actually a link on my website that takes you straight through to theirs. And, you know, if you can donate financially, that's great. But if not, there are many other things you can do. You can take part in one of their events. You can fundraise for them. You can volunteer. You know, if you go to their homepage, it will guide you in the direction that is of interest to you. But I would urge you, if you can, just to support them, because they are terrific and they were wonderful with Lex.
And I mean, people will be supporting them even by purchasing a copy of the book, because is it correct that there will be a donation of proceeds from the book?
Yeah. A percentage of sales of every book will be donated to Bluebell Wood.
And so you can find the link for Bluebell Wood in your website, which will be below. It's also in your author Q&A on our website. We'll have all your links below for people to check out. But yeah, we hope that people will buy this and really enjoy it as much as we do, because honestly, the things that you've done with this book, with the workshops, the worksheets and the wrap, it's something we've never seen before, and something I can see young people and their parents really enjoying. So we wish you the best of luck with this book.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully we will be back very soon for podcast number 2 for book 2, Jamming in the Jungle.
That's right. I look forward to it.
I know. I look forward to speaking to you again, Jane.
All right. Thanks, Anais.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.